Welcome back to the Brian Mitchell Show as we come to you live from the Bon Secours training facility. And joining us now, Redskins' first-round quarterback from Ohio State, Dwayne Haskins. Met Dwayne many moons ago back at a football camp, and his kid's grown up to be very good. What's been the toughest part so far here for you?
Just being consistent every day, just bringing the meetings to the field and just, capitalizing on opportunities. And it's just an everyday process.
When you hear so much about the amount of work, the amount of information quarterbacks have to take in and be able to regurgitate, has it been that a lot of stuff for you?
They threw the whole sink at me. So they made it hard on purpose, and I'm just trying to get better every day. And, I went from college to having 4 or 5 word plays, and now I got 20 word plays. And, I wouldn't say it's on purpose, but it kind of is, and just see what I can do. And, it's fun. It's challenging.
Talking to Dwayne Haskins here on the Brian Mitchell Show, Team 980, Team 980 app. Talk a little bit about the importance of Alex Smith and what he's meant to you. You said they're making it hard, whether it's on purpose or not, but what's he meant to you during this transition?
He's been great. Just having somebody who's know what it looks like and has been in the league for a long time, and we have previous connections with Ohio State and Urban Meyer, and he's done a great job just giving me the little things, little tips that aren't always talked about in the meetings or coaches forget to mention during a play that he helps me out with before I go out there or while we're watching plays together. He does a great job helping me out.
Can you talk about the other guys and how they're relating to you as well? I think it was Colt and Case. Both guys said, of course you can mentor and still practice and get better. That's not an impossibility. What's the relationship building been with those guys?
It's been great. I feel like both of them have went out of their way to help me. And, ever since I got drafted, they called me and they text me and if I need any help to let them know. And, they're great mentors, and we compete every day. And, the meetings are great because they are very insightful, and they help out a lot. And, as quarterbacks, we're very competitive by nature, but they do a great job being friends as well.
You talked about Urban Meyer, and Urban Meyer head coach Alex Smith. How beneficial was he for you making that transition coming to the pros?
Urban Meyer?
Yes.
Yeah, man. Coach Urban's a great guy, and I think with him it's more than just how I throw the ball. That's why I always liked him coming out of high school and stuff like that. Is this how I lead, my body language, my demeanor, how I work out, how I come in every day to work, and he's been pivotal just with my success in college and then transitioning to the NFL. He's been a great job.
First depth chart comes out. What does that mean to Dwayne Haskins?
To be honest, I didn't even look at it. I heard, and you hear, you listen, and you just go over the next day and try to get better. And my thing isn't worrying about starting right now. It's being prepared to play if I need to. And I want to be the guy here for years to come, and that's going to be a process, and I'm just working every day to do that.
Dwayne, when you are in college, you start thinking about the pro level and what may be difficult or what may be easy. Since you've gotten here now, what has been some of those things that may be what you thought it was?
That's a good question. I haven't really come in with any expectations of what I thought it would be to be an NFL quarterback, to be a face of a franchise, and I'm just and being in the moment, having fun every day. And the biggest thing with me is just trying to figure out how to get better. And then of course I'm asking the vets, talking to Alex and Colt and Case, and trying to ask the coach what I need to do every day to get better. And it's a variety of answers. Just trying to figure out what I need to do for myself, and that's just an everyday process.
You all get that time in between when you had practice in the morning, you have to walk through in the afternoon, and people will say, "Well, I didn't go home and just rest." Give me that time when you get off from here. I know you get something to eat, but how much studying is it?
I don't think there's any downtime. He said there was, but no.
That was planned that way.
By the time I get out of here after practice and signing stuff and lifting, and I only get 45 minutes, and that's just me to go eat. And then by then I'm in the bed, and me and Terry just go talking about practice and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So I really study at night after meetings. That's when I get most of my studying in, and that's for about an hour. Then I go to sleep.
You mentioned Terry, Mr. McLaurin on the wide receiver end. Yeah. Jay Gruden's been endlessly complimentary of him, just sort of the things he can do, the speed, the strength. You already knew this, though, Dwayne.
Yeah, I told him to pick him, so I'm glad he did. He's been a great job, and I feel he's kind of underrated in value just because of where he came from in Ohio State, and then, of course, through the draft process. And, he just goes to work every day with his head down, and he just goes. And, he just, whether it's blocking, special teams, catching, whatever you need him to do, he'll do it to the best of his ability, and that's what I love about him.
How is it to be going through this whole process with someone that you're so familiar with?
It's great. We had a great talk this morning, and just being there for each other. It's more than just football. And, we went through a lot in college together, and now we're here in the same place, and, hope to keep that relationship for a long time, for the rest of our lives, hopefully. And, he's been a great tool for me on the field and off the field.
You're talking to Dwayne Haskins, Team 980, Team 980 app on the Brian Mitchell Show. And Sean Springs.
Yeah.
You've known Sean forever. How important has Sean been with you, helping you from high school to college and college to the pros?
Yeah, Smoke that. Sean, man, he's something else. I don't think I've never talked to him without him talking smack to me at least once. And
only in love.
Yeah, it's just love. He will just tell me about how I play with Tom Brady and how he will pick my passes off and stuff like that. And it's great because he's a DB, so he keeps me on my toes. And just asking him what it's like. Asking him how Tom Brady worked out, how he prepared, being with Holmgren and guys like that, and what does it take, and he knows it. And he's been a great help for me ever since I was 10, 12 years old. And, he's been a great resource.
What have the interactions with Kevin O'Connell, offensive coordinator, been like?
Yeah, he's great. He reminds me a lot of Coach Day. He's on the younger side of things, but he's still so knowledgeable in the game, played in the NFL. He does a great job helping me out despite all the stuff he has to do with being an offensive coordinator. And he encourages me a lot, and he challenges me at the same time. He's a great coach.
Which do you get a chance to talk with some of the defensive backs? I know we talk to quarterbacks, talk to receivers, but defensive backs can help you things that you tip off. You talk to the guys about anything?
Oh, we talk a lot of smack. I talked to Norman today about it. I threw a comeback to him, not to him, but in his area. And he's like, what did you see there? And we just talk about stuff, and him, Landon, all the rest of the guys. And just coming from college, throwing in tight windows, throwing a lot of tough passes. You have to be calculated with your risk taking in the NFL. And then, of course, I ask them my demeanor, where my eyes are, how they know when to break on my ball. And, they do a great job helping me out. And then the next play I get in and I do what they told me to do. And then they're like, why you do that to me like that? So, no, they're great.
My coworkers, for better or for worse, may say that I know a little bit about farting. Can you tell me more about the brain fart aspect of football?
Where's he going with this?
I didn't know where he was going with that.
Dwayne, we're just trying. It's radio. We're just trying to segue. So I'm like, all right, fine. I've been accused of worse, but I'll be.
I just when I say brain farts, it's just like there's so much stuff going on all at once, from hearing the play and the plays muffly in the headset, and calling the play in the offensive huddle, and then getting to the line and making sure you get the right motion, changing the protection, and then I got to actually play the play now. And sometimes you forget where this read starts or something like that, and it isn't like I'm doing it on purpose. There's so much going on, and it's slowing down for me.
I heard you in an interview say that you want to just get 1% better every day.
Yeah.
And have you been doing that? Do you feel you've been doing it? And also, when you look at the playbook where you were before you came to camp and right now, how far along do you think you feel comfortable with
execution? I just feel like as a coach, back when I was in college, they just want to know that if I call a play, I won't make it worse. And I won't throw a pick, I won't drop a snap or throw the wrong read, and they just want to have confidence in me. And I'm just trying to get better at that every day. Like today I had a pass to JU, and earlier in training camp I would have missed it, but today I threw it and completed it. So just trying to figure out what I make a mistake at and never make it twice.
Jay said he knows the rotation for Thursday night. Little Ohio return Thursday evening. Vibe on that? Or, hey, it's Cleveland.
Yeah.
Let's go do it.
I went to school in Columbus, so we were really big Cavs fans at Ohio State. So I'm excited to go back, and I never played in the Brown Stadium before. I'm excited to see some of my old friends who play for the Browns and stuff like that, and a couple friends will be there, so it'll be very, very exciting.
I saw you and Sean doing an interview. Y'all talked a little bit about swag and stuff like that, and who had the best shoes. You have a clothing line coming out. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, it's called Kingdom of Pride, and it's just a clothing brand that just embraces your inner lion. It's being the king of your own kingdom, and I like the symbolism behind it, and I just think it resonates with a lot of people.
Be asked about the downtime, and I know there's not much, especially being its first camp, and it's coming at you super fast. Madden came out on Friday. I know it comes out a little earlier for you guys. Are you a Madden guy? Is there somebody that stands out? And you mentioned trash talk. I know that's a big part of it. Who's the best or self-proclaimed best Madden player on the team?
Me.
I thought you were going to tell me it was Jay.
Me. I think Darius Geis is pretty good. Me and Terry go at it pretty well. The game's fun. I'm actually on the game this year, so it's pretty cool. But just playing it now, and just like the guys with the X factors are game breakers at this point, so it's not even fair.
Dwayne's going to get to make something that all of us want to have happen in our lives at one point or another. He's going to get to walk on an NFL field as a professional player. any tidbits on what it does feel like, what it might feel like, any advice to embrace the moment for young Mr. Haskins?
Been playing football all his life. Just play.
He's played on
Don't
big
worry.
stages.
Hey, he's been on big stages.
What's the first minute like, B?
You don't have as many people. Many stadiums won't be as big as Ohio State was. You know, and people always ask me, what was the one thing that I never got worried until the Super Bowl when I walked out of that.
It's a good reason to be worried about.
It was, you know, all the camera flashes.
Yeah.
I froze up. I don't remember the first 5 minutes of the game.
That's not good.
I was on the field.
Yeah.
I don't remember what happened. I was just stuck because I had been seeing it all my life, and then all of a sudden you're in it.
Yeah,
you know.
I think it's cool. When I'm playing, I don't see crowd noise. I don't hear crowds and stuff like that. But like walking into a stadium for the first time, you see how big it is, see the fans, and it's like, wow, it's pretty cool. You all came to watch me play, so it's pretty cool.
Is there something you do focus on playing? I mean, you know, I don't see noise. I mean, is it like I forget the. Of course, product placement was Aaron Rodgers who saw that little girl. I think it was for the Bose commercials. Yeah. Like, that's what he zeroed in on. Is there something you zero in on to take your mind off everything?
I don't know. I just kind of feel like I have this natural sense of like being in the now, being in the moment, and it's very easy to get distracted. But I just do my best to just I pray, study, and you know, it all works itself out at the end of the day. So you know. Just trying to walk in the stadium, walk into practice, working in the meeting rooms, and just putting a goal on paper and what you want to do and just going to do it.
All right, you've been here 2 weeks. Biggest trash talker on the Redskins.
If it's not me,
surprise us.
Mine's more chill trash. It's not like me being extra. I just say one or two things every now and again. It's more like uplifting. But I'll probably say either Josh Norman. He's a big trash talker. Caleb Brantley. Or,
I heard Caleb.
I heard Kerrigan, monster.
I never heard
Kerrigan say anything. No, he doesn't talk.
I don't even know his voice sometimes. I forget how it sounds. Who else is a big trash talker? Probably Mo. Morgan Moses is a big trash talker, too.
All right, last question. I see you have a handshake with all your teammates, a lot of different guys on the team. I see that as having a personal thing with each person.
Yeah.
I think it's a great thing. Why did you feel you want to do that?
So I seen LeBron James do that a couple of years ago. He was in Cleveland, like from like the starting five to like the 12th man on the bench, and I just felt that was cool because like every person on the team, like he knew and he had a relationship with, and it meant something to him to make sure he did that with them. And for me, from the first string offensive tackle to the third string defensive tackle, I just want everyone to know that I care about my guys. I'm a good teammate, and you know, it's fun, and you know, it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Dwayne, teach me one as we get up and say goodbye. Can you
I gotta like think about it first. It doesn't just happen like that.
All right, man. We appreciate you, man. Good luck to you. Keep doing your thing, man.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
That's Dwayne Haskins joining us.